2023 was a miserable year for Tori Spelling, a complete timeline. Simply told, Tori Spelling had a terrible, awful 2023. Undoubtedly, she suffered privately to some extent. However, a lot of stuff got out into the open. We've detailed Tori's "What's the inverse of a hot girl summer?" below. We've written about that. She did not live in 2023. She is the epitome of a nepotistic baby. She has 5 wonderful kids and has made a reputation for herself through decades of hard work. But she has undoubtedly had highs and lows. One of the bad years was 2023. Summer, if you will, is her miserable girl. Clearly, Tori has experienced bad luck before 2023 or 2022. However, we especially imply that throughout that year, she and her family were dealing with mysterious illnesses. In fact, Tori said that she had visited the hospital in December as a result of severe respiratory problems. Her children had missed school, and we at THG covered this troubling mystery at the time. The solution wouldn't be known until 2023, several months later. Tori said on Instagram that she and some of her children were back in the urgent care facility as a result of what she described as a continual spiral of sickness that has been going on for months. Everyone would become unwell, heal, then become ill once more. This went beyond the common occurrence of having 5 kids who bring germs home from school. Tori realized what was seriously wrong at this point: mold. And no, we're not referring to a piece of bread or cheese that was left out too long in the refrigerator. She revealed that there was a terrible mold issue with the family house they were renting. Her family's health has suffered as a result of months or even years of exposure to these mold spores. Even though they now understood who was to blame, the damage was still done. Additionally, Tori was obviously offended by anyone who questioned the veracity of the family's sicknesses. They certainly were. Additionally, Tori mentioned how having renter's insurance had made this difficult time easier than it may have been. Additionally, Tori requested recommendations from her followers and admirers for locations where she and her kids might get brain scans. Why? Because prolonged exposure to mold spores can have a variety of negative impacts on the human body. One of them is brain inflammation. Even while it might sound positive, it's not. At the Beverly Hilton in June 2023, Tori and Dean took for this photo alongside their children Liam, Stella, Hattie, Finn, and Beau. They weren't staying there, though. Tori was sighted by some people at a friend's house, but it appears that she and her children spent at least some time at a $100 per night motel. Despite the fact that their former home was unusable, they did have a roof over their heads. Naturally, their family. But a significant change occurred in their household. Dee McDermott published this ostensibly random breakup announcement on June 17, 2023. Even though their relationship had been stronger than it had been in years, he stated that they were no longer together. A few hours later, he removed the post, but the sentiment remained the same. They had, it seemed, a great argument. One can only speculate about the additional stress that their awful circumstances must have caused. It appears that a realtor Tori had spoken to about finding a new rental decided to make fun of her predicament in a group chat. Putting moral concerns aside, there remained only one issue. The group discussion included Tori as well. She consequently saw herself as the punchline to his joke. Tori took a screenshot of it and made the harsh dialogue public. By August, Tori had relocated, and it was evidently not through the realtor she had revealed. As an alternative, Tori and her 5 kids all moved into an RV. They didn't take a road trip or leave it parked in a neighbor's yard. Instead, they lived in an RV park next to other vehicles. That is a lot of people packed into a little area, especially when you consider some of them are teenagers. That can rapidly get congested and uncomfortable, right? Reports swiftly revealed that Tori was attempting to sell their situation in a favorable light. In actuality, it appears like she was approaching it as a little summer vacation. In a literal sense, it was a vacation, since they had moved out of their last house months before. Candy Spelling, Tori's mother, had publicly expressed her desire to support her daughter through this difficult time, especially in light of the divorce. However, rumors suggested that Candy had found a location for Tori and her children to remain. Tori, though, had declined it. That element, though, remained unsubstantiated. But if that's real, many questioned if it was out of pride, whether it was just a wise choice, or whether the notion that Tori was trying to humiliate her mother might be accurate. On Sunday, August 20th, Tori Spelling announced that she had just spent several days in the hospital in an Instagram post. That day, Tori left the hospital in a wheelchair. She originally kept quiet about the medical emergency that had kept her in constant care for 4 days and 3 nights. Many people hypothesized that it was a residual impact of the mold. Some speculated that she may have lost consciousness or her balance and fallen because of the bruises on her face, but this was not confirmed. Yet another thing to make poor Tori's summer even worse.